Well, the last few fans are filtering out here at the Stadio Olimpico. England have hit Italy for 50, but they haven't done enough to overtake Ireland in terms of the points difference. But let's deal with the here and the now, Lewis, in terms of what we have just seen from this young England team. What did you make of that?
Do you know, I thought it was a really nervous start for the guys. They were anxious to play from such an early stage that they actually made a lot of errors. And I think when they go back and look at the game, they'll think there was a few more tries out there on the board. But who's quibbling over a few mistakes over there? We put 50 points on an international test side. That's very difficult. I don't think England have done it since 2002 in that number. So you've got to give them credit. Sadly, an intercept try at the end really scuppered proceedings. But what I enjoyed to see, Stuart Langus put on a lot of substitutions, maybe slightly too many because it disrupted things at the end, but he brought on Manu Tuolangi, scored a try for him, did what he wanted to do, did what he needed to do. George Ford, for me, should have maybe come on a little bit earlier because we saw a little glimpse of what he can do on the international stage, giving Chris Robshaw, quite a deserved try at the end of that game.
Yeah. A fantastic atmosphere throughout, and so many England fans here this afternoon. I just want to get your opinion on how far this England team have come over the course of the Six Nations and how excited England supporters should be about the future of this team.
Well, I think it's fairly obvious for everyone to see how far they've come. We look at the autumn, and that's narrow loss to New Zealand. A year ago, the flack that Chris was taking over his leadership and the decision making, how he's developed as a leader. Not only him, but you've got Wood, Hartley, Farrell, Laws now stepping up and dealing with the line-outs. A quiet man stepping into a role that is pivotal. So all these guys stepping up, and Stuart has really created a team now that feel they have built something for themselves. It is their team. You can see them buying into it. And the one thing I really loved about today wasn't all the attacking tries, wasn't all the flair. It was when Italy had two opportunities to score from turnovers, England worked their butts off to get back there and snuff it out. That's what really stood out for me today.
And a word on Paris. Can the French do something just to help Anglo-French relations?
We don't cheer the French on very often, do we? But I have to admit, if I see it going Ireland's way, if I'm honest, but I think if it's tight at the end of the game, if Ireland are maybe a point or two ahead, they have the nervous tendencies to lose those games, and I think the French will probably feel they've got an opportunity there to sneak it. So if it's tight at the end, probably France, otherwise Ireland.
England have played their hand. They have done all they can. All eyes on Paris. Fingers crossed.